FTW.
FTW Broadcasting here for the win. Thanks for tuning back in, folks. My name's AWOL, and joining me, as always, is my boy Danny. We've got some 2v2 action here for you. Let's get right to the introductions. My team's the bottom left-hand team. Danny's is the top right-hand team. Hambone playing
Hambone.
Dang, that's a good old-fashioned Southern jam right there, Hoss. And let's move up to his ally, Legas. Legas.
I don't have a song for him.
I don't either. I think I'll come up with one later. Blue Terran, that's his ally. So we got Terran Protoss. Moving up to Danny's team up here, John Shaft. Yeah, that's a good Southern boy right there, playing as that there Teal Terran.
Yeah, he's a complicated man.
He's a complicated man with a troubled past. And moving to his ally, Mr. Shackleford. His mentor throughout his childhood when his parents died and all that such and so forth. Mr. Shackleford playing as the Purple Terran, TT versus TP.
Yeah, I imagine Mr. Shackleford in a white suit, sitting on his front porch, drinking a Mint Julip.
That sounds exactly... Yeah, he's got... what's the name of those freaking suits? Seersucker. He's got a Seersucker suit on and maybe even
Colonel
a cigar.
Sanders suit.
Yeah, he's got a cigar. He's probably about 55. I'm looking up his Battle.net profile right now, and that's actually exactly what he looks like.
Well, look at that. We're pretty good at this.
Yeah, we are. And I'm looking at John Shaft, and wow, he doesn't look good. He's all kinds of busted. Looks like he just got out of a fight. He does have a trouble pass. Hambone is dropping that gateway there at the front of his base. Kind of a standard opening here for Protoss. Dropping down the double gate at the front here. These ramps are extra wide on this 2v2 map, so that's not a bad idea. And we see a refinery going down already for Legas. And Legas, I don't like his name at all. I have trouble pronouncing it.
Yeah, it's not fun and like the other names, so he should get a name change.
I totally agree. And looks like everybody here is fairly experienced with this 2v2 type of thing. Your boy John Shaft is dropping down the double racks at the front of his ramp. Everybody's pretty experienced with knowing what they need to do to wall this off. So this is a Trollcast, fan-submitted, ladies and gentlemen. So this will be top-notch play, we hope. Early Marine coming out for Legas. He's got that at the front of his ramp. Early Zealot for Hambone. So all these none of these players look absolutely abysmal yet.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. But their names are cool.
Their names are cool. And a mule coming down right here for John Shaft. And he's just looking so rough. I just looked up his Facebook profile, and his girlfriend is, oh my god, she's real busted down. In this picture, she's got this ripped up looking skirt, and she's got a wife beater with no bra, and it looks like it's got a blood stain on it.
What are you talking about, man?
John Shaft has a troubled past.
That is... You lost me. You shouldn't talk about a man's woman like that.
I shouldn't. I don't even know who John Shaft is. And looks like he's dropped down both of these reactor and tech lab here at the front. So he's going to pump out some varied units here. Everybody being kind of quiet on the scouting of each other's base. But looks like some scouting is going to happen for Legas here. He's got the Reaper, and he's moving that across the map right now towards Teal. He's going to see what's up, and he's just going to see this 3 racks. So maybe he's going to anticipate some early pressure.
Yeah, with that 3 racks, you can definitely anticipate that early pressure. There's like you said, it has been a little quiet. Not a lot going on in this game, and not a lot of noobage either, which I'm very disappointed about. So somebody do something. I see that Reaper got a kill, and those Marines are coming to deal with him, so he's going to have to jump out and roll on out. So worth the Reaper, killed an SCV. He's going to, nice little, he's going to try and sneak around. Looks like John Shaft's going to drop that bunker, though, and keep that Reaper out that way. Smart play. I don't like seeing smart play. I don't have anything funny to say about it.
I don't either. And I was just thinking about my comments earlier about John Shaft's girlfriend. Why would I make up an elaborate story like that? I don't know. Maybe because I'm bored right now. These guys need to do something. These Marines are headed towards the ledge there. Just really, really worried about that Reaper right now. The Reaper running across the map. He's got John Shaft does have a Marine chasing that Reaper down as he's going to hop into Purple's base and check out what's going on over there. And it looks like it's a bit of Starport Double Racks Factory. So there's going to be a nice mixture of units here. And this Reaper is effectively harassing. And but immediately gets mowed down by those Purple Marines.
Yeah, so my team doing a good job of watching that Reaper. Mr. Shackleford anticipated. He watched what his allies saw. Lots of Marines for Mr. Shackleford here. So Void right now coming out for Hambone over there. So that could be trouble.
Oh man, that's a #1 Jan. Hambone, Hambone. You need to record that, and you need to go ahead and submit it to like Columbia Records or something.
Yeah, I can finally get out of this hellhole of Starcraft trollcasting.
Oh my God! I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, the pay is abysmal.
Yeah, it's really not that good.
I think it averages out to something like 0.02 cents an hour, but at least we're getting paid to do it.
Yeah, well, I guess.
And looks like these nice pylon placement by Hambone here, and it looks like he's played on this map a number of times. He's got his probe down here, his natural expansion. Looks like he's got future plans, I suppose, to expand. That probe's kind of sitting there idle for a little too long for my liking. There goes the Nexus. That team's first expansion. John Shaft dropping down his first expansion as well. So these teams sort of mirroring each other in that regard. And I'd like to see a bit more scouting and a bit more harassment in a game like this. You don't want to leave a team open like that, but Hambone is sending that Void Ray down the sideline there, headed right towards the purple basin. He's going to run into a nice little surprise of 1,300 bajillion Marines behind this mineral line. Certainly is invulnerable.
Yeah, he's not in a good spot. There are way too many Marines. That's going to be the end of that Void Ray. Boom. Not even getting a shot off. I think he wasn't even paying attention to his own Void Ray. So yeah, that's the nubage I'm looking for. That's what drives my whatever gets driven.
Whatever gets driven. You know, that's kind of the way I use my Void Rays. I send them along the edge of the map, so I don't have to micro them. Why? Because my APM's somewhere around 6 or 7, so I just kind of shift-click them slowly, and if I move them around the edge of the map, generally they don't get killed.
Yeah, that's looked like what he was hoping for, and that's generally what you hope for. John Shaft's getting those shields. We see concussive shells. We see some siege tanks here from Mr. Shackelford. Nice little army. Marines, tanks, and medevacs, you see it all the time. It's pretty standard. He seems to be having issues moving his guys out. There we go. Drops the SCV, or drops the supply depot. Meanwhile, John Shaft moving out too. Looks like my team's done screwing around, and they're gonna go try and put the end to this.
Well, I mean, these forces are fairly fairly well matched. It just depends on how the teamwork's going to happen on my end. They do have their army separated right now on separate maps. Got that army tab pulled open right now, and I got 63 and 74 on supply. Your team's got 62 and 72, so it's fairly even in that regard. Yeah,
I guess so. We saw that Phoenix go down, so they definitely your team knows that my team is moving out, so Oleg has got his team out here, so let's see what happens. Here we go.
Effective force field micro could be absolutely clutch in this situation. Legos doing a nice job of pulling back there as soon as the Hambone Protoss force moves on in here. We got us a good old-fashioned southern battle. Reload your musket, boys. Reload the cannon. And all them boys got to pull out and go back home. And John Shaft has got to get out of there. And I think some of his remaining forces are going to get annihilated by these stalkers. And they are going to have to pull back and go back into defensive mode. I'd like to see, yeah, they are doing it. My team is continuing on the offensive, realizing they had the advantage at this point. I think by the time they get up to their up to these ramps of their opponents, however, it's going to be fairly well defended, and they're going to have to pull back.
Yeah, you want to keep following them, keep the pressure up, but I don't think they're going to be able to force their way into either of my team's base, so hopefully they don't try and throw in anything at that wall. Or actually, I hope they do, because that would cause them to lose their army, but looks like they're just kind of hold up, hang out here, hold map control, and send a sacrificial stalker there, so very nice.
That was a scouting stalker right there, and looks like Mr. Shackelford and John Shaft, nice teamwork here, kind of setting up shop in the middle, realizing that a battle is about to go down. And it is going down right now. And Miss John Shaft kind of leaving his boy behind there, leaving behind his mentor, Mr. Shackelford. He was really moving in, and if he would have moved in initially there, I think that would have been a pretty even battle. Now Hambone moving in, so it looks like both teams kind of left their ally out to dry there when it came to that battle, so it kind of ended up being even in the end.
Now, I'm still confused. John Shaft dropped down a mule in the middle of the battlefield at some point right before that started, and I'm not sure why he did that.
I'm pretty sure mules can repair. I'm pretty noob, and I could be wrong, but I think they can repair, man.
Maybe.
I don't know. We're too noob to know the answer to that question. And what I'd really like to see from Legos right now is setting up a bunker or two here in the center and really setting up shop with some siege tanks and completely cutting off the opposition from moving out. That would be really rock solid. Also bringing a couple more SCVs along on the repair would be really solid as well. But I don't think that we're going to see that right now. And Mr. Shackelford setting up shop with him when those cannons there. And it looks like we've got a like you like to say, Danny, a line drawn in the sand.
Yeah, a little good old-fashioned standoff here. A nice sentry tower would be good from either team here, just to keep an eye on the rest of their opponents. I would like to see that with the SCV. Was basically good old-fashioned standoff here. We'll see kind of the calm before the storm. We'll see what happens. Got a Viking here, so I don't know what good that's really going to do. Might maybe shoot down a couple medevacs, but we'll see.
I think that's the plan. I see a lot of Terrans just throw a couple in the mix just for kicks. And speaking of kicks, Hambone's kicking over 2. Void Rays right now into the back of Mr. Shackleford's base. He's heading right in the back poach this time. He's going to start taking down SCVs as he pleases. As we got this giant altercation in the center of the map. Go ahead and take it over, Danny.
No, I just want to let you know there was that giant altercation. Meanwhile, some scans going down. Those medevacs are going crazy trying to heal. Meanwhile, I really like that play by your team, basically distracting on the huge battle while the Void Rays went to town. Let's take look at these Void Rays, 2 kills and 2 kills apiece. So, nice work there, and basically setting up shop again. These line in the sand battles they're interesting and boring all at the same time, if that makes any sense.
That is true. That is true. And Mr. Shackleford right now only has 20 SCVs. He's about at half what everybody else is right now. So those Void Rays were super duper effective with that a little distract tactic. So
I don't know. They only have 2 kills apiece, so that means he only had 24 SCVs. So maybe he was in trouble to begin with.
He was far noober than we ever anticipated. Well, you know what? You got to take it slow, and that's what he's always taught his boy John Schaff. You got to take it slow, and you'll end up being the victor. The scan going down right on top of here. Mr. Hamphone and Legus got scanned there. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Danny and I are from the South, so don't think that we're Northerners making fun of these Southerners now.
We're from the South?
Well, I don't know. Does Florida count?
Depends on what part, I think. Meanwhile, Hambone's been going buck with these Void Rays now. Each of them's got about 5 kills now, running around. Oh, running right into that missile turret, though. That is just not going to be good. One of them's going to go down. The other one looks pretty injured, but he's going to get away. So, he was doing pretty well with those, but then Mr. Hambone made a wrong turn and was unable to micro him. Ooh, is that a nuke?
Think you... Oh, it might be a nuke, and I think you and I made a wrong turn by even starting the southern bit with this cast, but I guess we got to keep rolling with it.
Yeah, it's not a really good bit, but we're kind of stuck now.
It's such a terrible bit. All right, so it looks like that line is still drawn in the sand. You said you saw a nuke on the production tab?
Yeah, I saw a nuke for legs. I'm going to just call them legs.
All right, cool. Well, I like that. Hambone right now with 4 DTs being thrown down on the production tab. I think that's a terrible choice considering he's going up against double Terran with the double scan, if not the quadruple scan, with these additional orbital commands. Actually, it'd be the triple scan right now. All kinds of scan is going to take him down if he tries to roll those in there. Maybe he'll try to sneak it in with the main army. Observer coming in right now, kind of checking out the situation here. Mr. Shackleford, John Schaff, just a mix of Marauders, Marines, and Siege tanks. They're probably going to realize they're kind of outmatched at this point. And both teams, I like this second expansion that did just get dropped here by Handbone, though. And I really like this positioning by my team, kind of blocking everything off and really keeping the other team from expanding.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice line, and I'm sure your team can see that. I'm wondering just what they're going to do in the long run. They can see what's going on. They see that they're not sure what can they really do to get through that line. It's a lot of siege tanks, a lot of Marauders, a lot of Marines. So maybe effective use of that nuke we saw him build. See, I don't know.
I don't think your team's ever seen a nuke, and hopefully they'll be completely surprised by it. Maybe they'll get super distracted again. Maybe they'll use the distract tactic. I'd like to see a nice nuke. I'm basically just going to keep this ghost click the whole game until he uses it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Here it comes. Rolling on forward. Right. It's got cloak. It's all cloaked up. And there it goes. Nuclear launch detected.
Oh, no.
I can't expect that army to just sit there.
Nah, they're going to move.
Right? They're going to move? No?
Move.
They're not going to move?
Move!
Guys!
No,
way too late. Oh, my
God. Oh!
The Ghost has 43 kills.
Oh, they were just sitting on the front porch sipping on some tea. Oh, he never taught him what to do in the case of a nuclear battle. And, oh, man, everything got taken down there. That was so effective.
I can't believe that. Launch was faster, he says. No, you just stood there for way too long.
Oh my gosh. So it's like he knew about it, and then he was just kind of waiting for the right moment. It appears to be what he's claiming here. And looks like Shackleford was just really attempting to stop that. He actually did a pretty decent job with all those Marines. God, that was the most effective nuke I have ever seen.
Wow, that is crazy. That Ghost has 50 kills right now. Shackleford and John Shaft leave the game. Wait, did I lose this game? That can't be right. That can't be right.
Win? I won a game, Danny. I think I've lost like 90% of them. I just won because of that epic nuke. Right now, this Ghost is a hero, 50 kills. He's a commander, one of the most effective nukes I have ever seen. And Legs, the most uninteresting player in the game, suddenly became the most interesting, and he's the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, he had nukes and he knew how to use them.
Yeah, just by targeting the other army, and he knew they would just be sitting there, and he knew they wouldn't move.
I guess he knew that somehow. He could sense their noobness.
I guess he could. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this absolutely epic replay. That was an epic nuke. Thanks for sending it to us, ladies and gentlemen. If you have an interesting replay of your own that you want to send us, send it on over to FTWBROADCASTING@gmail.com. Give us a good description. TVP, interesting game. Lulz is not an interesting description. We need to know what's going to happen to know whether we should pick your replay to Trollcast or not. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to watch more Trollcast, click that green link down there in the bottom right. If you want to check out our channel, click that blue link down there in the bottom left. And if you want to subscribe to our channel, please, 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 click in the center of the heart. Danny would love you for it. Thanks for watching, folks, and stay tuned for more hot Starcraft 2 action.
Hambone, hambone, hambone.
Ba-da-nair, nair, 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 nair.